I find that people like to say, yes, me too, or they like to laugh a little bit. So I try to say, you're never going to believe what happened to me. And this isn't necessarily a good story, but it made people chuckle a little bit. When I was getting on my flight, I was pulled over by TSA. I was pulled off to the side by security because I had taken my children on a picnic 2 weeks before, and I had put a knife from my butcher block because I was going to cut cheese and fruit, and I put it in my purse. And so TSA found it, and they pulled me off to the side, and they called security, and they called the police, and they ran a background check on me. And what was interesting about that when I put it online, because I felt horrible, were the number of people that chimed in and said, I've done the exact same thing, Danielle. I've done the exact same thing. And hey, the good news is you made it on your flight, and we get to see you, and you're never going to do that again. And guess what else I've done going through security? And, I think people like to have that camaraderie. Mm-hmm. But typically when I ask for good news is so relative, because sometimes people will say, I got a new job. Sometimes someone will say, my autistic child, we were told that they would never say mama, and they did. Someone else will say, we just got our car back after a month because the transmission went out, and we just now were able to afford to get it back. So perspective is so interesting. Someone else will say, it's been raining for 3 days and the sun came out. And everyone has a different idea of what good looks like, but every single one of them makes me smile because good is so relative, but it puts my day in a totally different perspective. I'm Danielle Smith. My primary sites are Extraordinary Mommy and Danielle Smith Media. Connect with me on genConnect.